Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome, I was about to say welcome back, but today we're starting a playthrough of Bloodborne. Yep, my continuing series into FromSoft's little titles. And we did Dark Souls, actually we did Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, though kind of out of order, but yep. And up next, Bloodborne. Yep. And I mean, I will be honest, I haven't played this in a few years. First time coming back to it in a while. So, yeah. So the first few episodes are definitely going to be me being pretty bad. Probably forgetting a few things here and there, but after a while I should get back used to the game. Oh, the background music there. But, yeah. So yeah, haven't played in a few years, probably gonna be rusty in the beginning, probably die a few times. Yeah, going from Dark Souls 2 to this game is a real jump. Because Dark Souls 2, slow, steady, Bloodborne, fast and quick. Like, so, yeah, again, it'll probably take me a little bit to get used to the controls or the game speed and all that stuff, but it shouldn't take that long, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. So, yep. So the plan is to do as much as I can. Talk to all the NPCs, collect all the items, do all the bosses. I will do the Chalice dungeons, at least the static dungeons, the story dungeons. So I will do those. Oh, and it's probably gonna do like a little cinematic here, a little trailer. I'll let it play. I didn't touch anything. It's not the opening cinematic. I think it's like the trailer to the game that they played. Kind of forgot about this. Yeah, but so yeah, I'll try to do as much as I can. I'm gonna sit here and watch this. Oh, kind of forgot that kind of showed that. So let's just go here. So yeah. Oh, that was actually really cool. So yeah, the plan is just to do as much as I can. Again, all the NPCs, all the items, all the bosses, chalice dungeons, the static dungeons. Might show off all the endings. We'll see. All right. Let's just hit A new game?
Oh, yes. Paleblood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood administration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to mention, I am playing on the PS5. So this is the console version. It's not the... I'm not on a PC, I'm not on the emulator and all that stuff, so... I'm recording at 60 frames, so I don't know if it's actually how well it's actually going to translate. It should be okay, I guess, but... So I am playing on the PS5. This is the PS4 version of Bloodborne. Oh, it should be fine. So let's just hope it. Let's just hope. All right. Yeah, I don't feel like setting up the PS4 emulator on my PC. So. All right. Yeah. Pretty average. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is probably the good one if you want to start out. First time playing through, this is probably a good one to go with. Balance stats. So, but I'm going to go. I think it was what, professional? Yeah, I'm gonna go professional. Yep. With all that skill, yes, I will be focusing on skill. Although, actually, I do have a weapon in mind that I want to use, but it's mostly a skilled weapon. So I wonder if military veterans what I want. Yeah, Lone Survivor is also pretty good. A lot of vitality at the beginning. Yep, they're all level 10 except for the Waste of Skin. Yeah, Waste of Skin is basically your, quote, deprived. Although, you just start out at a lower level than all the others. But I just might go military veteran, maybe? I do want to have some blood tinge, though. Huh. Molokatos is sounding pretty good at this point. Yeah, a little bit lower on the vitality than I care for, but professional isn't that much lower. Yeah, I'll probably stick with this one. Just an average kind of spread. Allows me to build into whatever I want. Like, I had an idea, then I realized, oh, the weapon I plan on using, I'll eventually get to anyways, it's a quality weapon almost. I want some blood tinge though. Yeah, Milquitoast, or how you want to pronounce it. Appearance, load. Ah, there we go. Yep. That was the best I could do. Okay. Alright. Try not to waste too much time here. And most of the time is just trying to decide what origin I wanted it to be. Yeah, we'll take it. I should be able to use the cane. Yes. Thready cane. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid... Blah, blah, blah.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
Here we go. We woke up in Yorkshire's clinic. Alright. I need to turn the sound down. Yeah. That should be fine. Alright. I thought I had the sound good, but no. Alright. We wake up in a clinic. Yep. It's looking good. Okay. This door should be... can't open from the side. Yeah. We will eventually come from that side eventually, but... standard. Left stick move, right stick look. Circle dodge. Although I know there's a heal and whatnot, I might stop to read some of these messages just to get the controls. Again, it has been a few years. Yeah. Still looking nice. Alright. R1's attack. L3's lock on. Should be standard. Alright. I'm gonna be nice and slow. You can kill this beast. Alright. Yes, in Bloodborne, in order to do a backstab, you actually have to fully charge your R2 attack and hit them in the back. I just gotta... I think... Oh. Alright. I thought I could get up on him, but no. Oh. Alright, let's back off. You could just run past this guy, but I want to try and you could just, you know, stun lock him. Oh, we'll die here. Ah. That's not what I wanted. That was the right attack, but I didn't want to roll twice. There we go. Nope, just missed it. There we go. Give him the rectal exam. Whew. Yeah. Get some blood vials. Whew. Alright. You'll most likely die to this guy, but you can just run past him if you want. I should have ran up onto him and just R1 him. I mean, charged R2, ran to the back, staggers him, critical in his butt. Whew, okay. Yeah. You don't have to kill him again, but... Triangle to blood vial. Yep. But having an extra 200 blood echoes is always nice. Yeah. Out of the clinic. God. Yeah, this Victorian Gothic architecture. I think there's an actual term for it. I just can't think of it. But, bullets? I think that's the way forward. Alright. This gate requires the device. Lever's on the other side. It's right there. But it is possible to glitch through this gate. You lure the beast up here. Get close to the gate here. Wait for the beast to grab attack you. Mash your shoulder buttons. And you should be able to, if you're close enough to the gate and you have enough health, you'll be able to wiggle out of his his grab attack on the other side of the gate. You kind of like phase through it, but so that allows you basically to sequence break a big chunk of the game. But oh, I was trying to remember who that sound was from. It's this big guy up in the corner up here. Open the gates. Central Yarnum. That's the bridge where we fight the cleric beast. A couple of blood vials. Definitely gonna need them. Yeah, there's that big guy in the corner. That's what we heard from earlier. Yeah, I'm going to avoid him. He doesn't really drop much of anything. I don't think he's guarding anything. Ow. Alright, I need to get you because you're going to be in our way. Come on. I have to sit here and deal with you. I need to pull a lever to lower this thing. Curse it, beast. Break device. Some blood files. Up the ladder. Whew. God, this game is... Jeez. That's the cleric beast. Roar yourself. First lantern. This lamp now transports you back to the hunter's dream. Upon death, you will awaken at this lamp. Nah, we'll come back and talk to him later. To the hunter's dream. Yeah. Since we're playing on the PS5, the load time should be within reason. So... The hunter's dream. Ah, yes. If you look closely at the wrist, you can see the little, like the little, oh God, what's the IV? Yeah, the IV into our wrists and up our arm. Ugh. So cool. Yep. The hunter's dream, our hub world, basically. This is the Nexus. This is Majula, Fireling Shrine. Right. Go over here. More messages. Sprint. Use item. Switch weapons. So up is Quicksilver bullet replenishment. Performance consumes HP. Okay. Closed. Yep. That's not gonna be for a while. Oh. One's a transform your weapon. Yep. R2 charge, strong charge. Hitting enemies from behind with a charge attack causes them to stagger. Shooting your firearm will interrupt and stagger an enemy when properly timed to their attack. Basically, this is your parry mechanic. Use firearms to parry. Next to enemy to visceral attack. Or I'll probably call it critical and all that stuff. Or opposed. To take damage from an enemy, there is a period of time which attacking the enemy in return will restore a certain amount of HP. This is your recovery mechanic. If you get hit, your HP bar, a portion of it will be like a lighter red color. If you attack the enemy while it's red, the lighter portions there, you'll gain HP back. Similar mechanic was in Elden Ring with Melania's Great Rune. Yeah, so. But. Hunters by other worlds by using the beckoning bell. I might do that for some of the NPC enemy or NPCs. We'll see. Other worlds by using the small resonant bell. This is your like online stuff, which I won't be doing because I am playing offline. Although I may or may not summon NPC hunters. We'll see. I'll do it just for, you know, story context and all that stuff. I don't actually plan on doing it. Well, maybe... There's one, air quotes, covenant in this game I'll probably summon for in order to get some rewards from it, like a gesture or something like that. But that's like in the DLC, so that's going to be a while. So, most likely I won't be summoning NPC hunters, but we'll see. Maybe just cuz. Maybe just cuz. Alright. These are the headstones. You go back to awaken at selected location in Yharnam. Yeah, basically, the lamps you light will show up here. You can fast travel to them. Here's the doll. An abandoned doll. Yeah. So you will get up, but we need insight. In order to get insight, you have to either consume Madman knowledge, consumable item, encounter a boss, and defeat a boss. That's how you get insight. This is the shop. Bath messenger. Yep. To buy and sell items. Yeah, so we can buy stuff if we want. It's good to have some cocktails on us at the beginning. You can only level up with the dolls. Yeah, we'll buy some. I could always use some, as well as some of these. Pebbles to lure enemies, cocktails to... cocktails breathe fire, and fire is strong against a lot of the enemies. Sell items if we want, but... These headstones are used for the chalice. Yep. A short ritual root chalice is required to conduct a ritual. Once we get the chalices, we can start doing the chalice dungeons by setting them up on these stones. This one's doesn't do anything. This is the insight messenger. Yeah, buy with insight. But there are no messengers. You need insight for this guy to show up, so... Alright. We come to the hunter's dream. And we'll get our starting equipment. Accept gift from messenger. Offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. Yep, you can pick one. Only one. Although you can buy them later on. Saw cleaver. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal forces. The saw, with its set of blood-letting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transform the beast. Yep. It actually does more damage to beast enemies untransformed. So, it's actually, it would show up here. Let's see. Alright. I was hoping I can get like a little help thing to kind of scroll around, but oh well. This is basically your all-around. This was actually one of the best weapons in the game, honestly. You can go through this whole game with just this weapon. It's nuts how good this thing is. The Hunter's Axe. This is your strength weapon. Workshop commonly used on the hunt. Retains the qualities of an axe, but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boosts a heavy, blunt attack, leading to high rally potential. No matter their past, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play the part of executioner. Yep. It does have one of the higher rally potentials in the game, which means you get more health back after you get hit. So, and transforming it turns it into like a little halberd of sorts. But no, our weapon to start is the Lonely Cane. Yep. I like this weapon. I like it a lot. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. Yep. While transformed into a whip, it will do, I think, extra damage to beasts. So it also gives you a nice little range as well. So again, it's not the weakest of the three here, but I think it's the most useful in my opinion. Yeah. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game, so we're taking it. The Assault Cleaver is going to be probably the smarter choice, but going with the cane. Here we pick messenger officers use a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded with the left hand and employed in beast hunting. The Hunter Pistol. Pistol made in the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. This is your parry pistol. Yeah, if you want to parry, this is what you use. It only shoots out one bullet, but again, it a quicker reaction. So, but not to say the Hunter blunderbuss is still pretty powerful, especially if you can get close range. If you can hit all the enemies with the little projectiles, it really does add up pretty quickly. A blunderbuss created at the workshop for the hunter's line of work. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The impact of this highly effective weapon counters beasts' swift movements, and its widespread is nigh on guaranteed to hit the mark. You can still parry with the blunderbuss, although it's not quite as responsive, I would say. Yeah, this is more for like reaction gameplay, I guess. Yeah, but do not undersell the blunderbuss. It's still powerful. But I'm gonna go with the pistol because parry is my game. Said the messengers. A notebook received from the messengers. Defenses with these loyal servants to share them with hunters and other worlds. This is your orange soapstone. This was equip. Alright. This is Gearman. Yeah. Old Pegleg.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gearman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
I like how he had that little pause before he said his name. Like he kind of almost forgot it. Yeah.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the doll, should it please you.
I'd rather not use her that way, okay? So no. No thanks.
This was once a safe haven, a workshop. We don't, you're well.
Alright, so I guess that's all he has to say for right now.
This was a work.
Yep, that's his gearman. The hunter of the workshop. Here's just storage. Currently nothing is in here, so here's the workshop. Bloodstones to fortify weapons. We don't have any right now, so I think it takes 3, 6, and 9, I think, to upgrade them. So we need 3 to get to +1, and then I think we need another like 6 to get to +2, and then I think we need like 9 to get to +3. I think it's how it goes. So I'm probably wrong, but we can also repair. Yes, durability is a thing in this game. Alright. Here's the memory altar. Requires a tool we'll find. A statue in the altar in the back. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. One last place is back here. That's a stump messenger. Stump appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. I think you need an insight for this guy to show up, and I think there's certain items you pick up in the game that you can use here. It's just cosmetic stuff for the little messenger guys, so. And if we're lucky, we'll find Gurman back here reminiscing about stuff. Yeah, so there's a place where this stuff does happen over here in this corner. So. All right. Molotov cocktails explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object. One of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts. It is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain type of beasts have an abnormal fear of flames. Yep. I think most beast enemies, the little werewolf guy we encountered in the clinic, I'm pretty sure he's weak to fire. Cleric beast is weak to fire. You know, basically beast enemies are weak to fire. So, in general, anyway. Got a pebble. Small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. Almost look like an eye, doesn't it? It looks like an eye or the Death Star. I can't really tell. Yep, we have the Hunter's Mark. Dangling upside down rune etched in one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. It's basically your dark sign. Yeah, basically a dark sign from the other games, from the Dark Souls games. Yeah, you lose all your souls, but you get transported back to the bonfire, or the lamps in this case. Yeah. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers. Read the notes left to messengers in other worlds. Write notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. No online use only. It cannot be used as offline. Yeah. So basically use this to us. So. Yep. And here's our starting armor, clothes, I guess. Hood worn over, awakening into the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps it was where it had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Foreign garbs. clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yarnum, perhaps it is of foreign origin. It said, after all, the traveler came to Yarnum from afar. Without memory, who would ever know? Sullied bandages. Yep, you can actually see the little IV in the little image there. Bandage worn upon Ricking, terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood administration, involving the transfusion of unknown blood. Not long after the nightmare began. Yep, not typical, came far from afar. Yep. Alright. You know what? We'll keep this one relatively short, I guess. Yeah, we'll stop here. Yeah, because then, yeah. Almost reminiscent of the arch trees in the background. Yep. Maybe there'd be like pillars that support the dream, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I'll call an episode right here. We began Bloodborne. Yep. After so many years, starting again. God, it's going to take some getting used to, honestly. It's going to take some getting used to. Yep. Yep. So, we just started off, new game, saw the opening cutscene, created a character, and then we woke up in Yorshka's clinic, dealt with our first enemy of the game, the half-dead werewolf guy in the clinic. Almost killed us. I'm not surprised there. But we did manage to backstab him. Yep. Staggered him with a backstab and then criticaled him to death. Again, you more often than not, you'll probably die to him. And if you die before you get to the first lantern, you will wake up here in the Hunter's Dream. So, but you could just run past the wolf guy in the clinic. You don't have to fight him. I did just cause, 200 something echoes, pretty good start. Well, 200 additional echoes anyway. It's pretty good. So, yep. So we dealt him, grabbed the vials, made our way out. Encountered Central Yarnum. Looted around the first little section. Had to deal with another guy blocking the little lever to the elevator. I mean, not the elevator, ladder. Yep. Got him with the backstab too. Yep. You're gonna see a few backstabs. So, yep. Up the ladder. Hit the lamp, came to the Hunter's Dream, checked it out, talked to Garum, got our starting equipment. We're ready to go. Also bought some things in the shop. So we're ready to go. All right. Next episode, Central Yarnum. Oh baby, it's going to be nice playing this game again. Again, these first few episodes, I'm going to be relearning this game. I have to adjust myself to this game's speed and all that stuff, because it is a real upbeat. Let's just say it's a much faster game than Dark Souls 2. So yeah. But all right. So yeah. But hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to get used to this game again, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So, alright. So yeah, next episode, Central Yarnum. But again, that's for another episode, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.